Good sunny afternoon from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Joy here. I'll be talking about one of my favorite fragrance houses at this moment. Even though cliche would be I do not own anything as a full bottle. It's kind of like a shame, but then I at this point I cannot afford a full bottle of any of these fragrances. That's the fact. I can, but it's not really convenient for me. But then it doesn't stop me from sampling them. I have been gathering a lot of samples. Let me show you. I have reviewed most of them, but two of the new ones I haven't. These are all my samples of MFK House, okay? And I'm gonna review one of them today. That is gonna be this one, Oud, the original Oud, okay? And this is, I think, perhaps one of the first ones in the Oud series. They also have Oud Satin Mood. I talked about this one, okay? And there is a Oud Cashmere Mood. I reviewed this one, okay. Then there is the Oud Silk Mode. I reviewed this one as well, more or less initial impression. Then I got the Oud Velvet Mode. This is one of my favorite ones also. I will review this in time. So I decided to do the Oud first because it's really interesting. And apart from that, I have the Grand Soir, I have the MFK Baccarat Rouge, and then the Extrait. So you see, this house is actually my favorite, and the samples are not really cheap. Even though the fragrances are very expensive, but even the samples are kind of on the pricey side. So I got them from USB page, UK Shopping from BD, thanks to Ifran Bhai. So let me tell you my thoughts on this beauty right here. I think Mark, he said this is the best in his opinion from the whole line, and I think I would say Ryan, he's one of my favorite reviewers. His collection is awesome. Okay, so if you've seen his channel, I'll post his review under this video. He reviewed this and he really loves it. So here you go. So this is the Extrait De Parfum. Lucky for me, I got not the EDP but the Extrait, and this is a 2 ml sample. Okay, comes in very nice sample. Okay, very hard to get these samples. Back is like this. Is this MFK Mr. Kurkdjian's private house, like his niche line, and the creation is like this. The bottle looks like very elegant, just like the other ones. Dark juice, and there's some description. So what I decided to do, not to look at the Fragrantica, I'll be doing an initial impression. It's a very nice day. I just had a shower. It's kind of breezy, kind of sunny, cloudy, partially cloudy. It's a very beautiful day. Felt like the right time to talk about this one. So let's go into this, okay? And I'll not tell you any notes based on Fragrantica that I saw or something, okay? Let me put this as my scent of the afternoon, okay? Let's go. You just don't need so much of it. Just one spray is nuclear. The sprayers on these, one other thing, these official sprayers, if you get, they have excellent sprayer. They give very good distribution and a lot of juice, okay? Let's just go this much, okay? This much is gonna be good enough for me to wear for a whole afternoon, okay? Let's just go one here. I like to do that, not rubbing, because if you want to like really transfer your fragrance, you should do it like that. If you rub, it will destroy the opening top note. All right, so here you go. I'll put it back, I'll hold it for you, and I'll review this. So yes, first of all, heavenly, okay, heavenly. This house, you guys know Baccarat Rouge and Oud Satin Mood, those two fragrances I'm very weak for, and Grand Soir is my the third most favorite. This one is very quickly climbing up to be my fourth favorite. Man, this is done to that luxurious level that if you do not like oud, okay, if you're not interested in this note itself, you can look into this line. This is done exquisite. It's not just oud, there's a lot of other playful thing going on, and these are extremely potent. Look at that, it's already drying down, but look at the oil concentration. It leaves like huge like a mark on your skin, and I personally like to wear them on my skin because I really love how they work on my skin. Baccarat Rouge, let's say Oud Satin Mood, or Grand Soir, those three work like magic on my skin. I can get wafts of them 8, 9, 10 hours easily. So yes, I love sniffing this. There's no alcohol or nothing harsh about it in the opening. What I get from it is little bit, I think I would say a little bit animalic, okay? What do I mean by animalic? Is it like very rough, raw kind of oud that you smell in the agar or agarbatti or something that you smell on the street? No, this is not that sort of, loud, obnoxious kind of oud. It comes at you very, very animalic, but the animal is of very high class, like let's say black leopard, okay? I will try to explain my own way. Black leopard, when you say it, it's a very classy animal. It's shiny, it's dark, and it's like mysterious, and it's majestic. This fragrance opens up like that majestic. I hope I can express my feelings towards this fragrance, because you cannot, unless you smell it, you cannot tell how good this fragrance is. It's very complex, it's very dark, it's very sweet, and yet it's very posh and smooth. Okay, it's a very smooth fragrance. So I think first of all, what's the season? Let's get into some sort of a, you know, what do you call system? No, let's get into some sort of format. Yeah. First of all, the season to wear this, I think it will be great for cold weather. This fragrance oud usually works really great at during the cold weather. It cuts through the cold. It can withstand the cold weather. I think that would be great weather. I mean, great time to wear it. I think another maybe fall. Fall would be great if you want to wear it in the summer's day, because if you're living in a tropical country or Asian countries where we have summer heavy weather, so for that, those rainy nights, those breezy windy nights, kind of cool, okay, those kind of weather, I think this is a perfect time to wear it. Who can wear it? Both men and women. Even though this is loud, strong, potent, this fragrance I think will be great for both genders. Okay, so those two out of the way. Performance 10 out of 10. No issue with the performance with any of this MFK Oud line. Okay, all of them are extremely potent. They can easily give you, even if in our condition I get 10-12 hours easy. So on the clothes, this fragrance will last you 18-20 hours, and even days after spraying this on the like clothes, you can still smell it. So potency is great. The projection or the scent trail, huge. Okay, again 10. So perfection for those two categories. Who would like this? This kind of fragrances are for very upscale kind of occasion. I do not see this you wearing this at a basketball game, or you're going to buy something from 7-Eleven. Let's say you're going to get a Coke or something. This is not something I would wear because I reserve this for very special occasion. So yes, occasion is formal. So cold weather time, unisex, a little bit mature. Age would be like 25, 30 and up maybe. But if you have the taste for it, age isn't just a number. Your maturity is in your heart and your head. So now ultimately, like, are you gonna get compliments from this? That's not the ultimate thing, but I'm telling you, even if you do not get the compliments, if you, let's say, go to a place where people are educated, okay, people are sophisticated, it's gonna be like a suit and tie affair, and it's gonna be like corporate meeting or something, corporate business or a gathering or a show. That's where you can put it on the. I can say black suit. Like imagine Men in Black, Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. If they're in the suits, this is what they'll be wearing. It's like a black suit, white shirt, that kind of affair. Very very high class. Exudes that sort of confidence and luxury. Okay. So now, what does it smell like? Most important is that part. It smells kind of like that animalic opening, but not too animalic. It's very smooth. It's not harsh. But if you're not fan of oud at first time, if you're smelling oud for the first time, it might scare you a little bit. Like, what's that? I was expecting something sweet. Let's say your signature scent is this one. I'm just giving comparison. Hugo Boss bottle. Your sweet apple pie, sort of like a citrus, fruity kind of fragrance. If you are used to this fragrance would not exactly be like, wow, what's that? You might be like, oh, okay, that's different. Okay, first of all, you may not like it. You might call it pass. So this is an acquired taste. Oud. I have quite a few oud in my collection, but not the top class ouds. But I have smelled different kind of ouds. All right, this right here is one of those top class oud done right. So surrounding this oud, what's working is the opening gets much more mellow in the dry down, and it becomes like more fruity, more sweet. I don't know what's the fruitiness. There's some sort of resinous feel from it, like let's say what do you call the myrrh? It smells like myrrh, little bit like smoky, and a little bit woody. There's definitely some sort of agarwood. Definitely in this is a dark agarwood kind. If you are familiar with this one, wait, let me show you. Of course, not of the same class, but definitely if you know this agar blend from Davidoff line, very niche quality juice, you definitely see similarity. But this is much less sweet, little bit more drier. It's not as playful as oud satin mood. Satin is I think oud satin mood is more compared to this one. This fragrance right here is my masterpiece, right? This one right here is much more sweeter. It's much more wearable than this one. This one I think is a little bit on the, I would say a little bit of daring side. Okay, it's kind of dry, and the dry oud basically it's Arab sheikhs. You think of Arab sheikhs from Qatar, Kuwait, or Saudi, or Oman, or say UAE, people with the the head, the what do you call that turban thing they're wearing. So I would imagine the very rich people, richest of them all, are wearing this kind of fragrance. It's I think MFK House, his creations are very popular among Arabs because they really buy his fragrances a lot. So I think it's a very high class juice. So just to get the luxury, sense of luxury, even for 2 ml sample, it's so worth it. Get a sample. It's gonna be much more worthy of than many of your designer 100 ml bottles or any bottles. Okay, that smells cheap or not the interesting. This 2 ml experience is gonna be changing your life. Okay, something like that. At least it did for me. So it's very high class, but it's not for everybody. But I really like it. I think this is perhaps one of the best oud fragrance I ever sniffed. So apart from that, kind of like I think there is some sort of a incensey feel to it as well. There's something earthy from it, and the darkness, raisiness, sweetness is there, but it's not as fruity, juicy. It's not a juicy fruit. It's a dried fruit. Okay. So what's the fruit? I don't know. I didn't look at the Fragrantica notes. I don't know. So if you want to look, I'll leave the Fragrantica link below. You can check. So this is a dry, sophisticated oud, which mixes with drier fruits, incense, kind of like darkness. It's mysterious, and a dry down, it becomes much more mellow, and it projects so wonderfully. You'll be like, first time you wear it, you'll forget this is what you're wearing because you're not used to the fragrance. And once you walking around, you'll be like, who's that dude smelling so great in the air? And then you realize it's you. Okay, that's the best part. That's what happened with me when I wore this on my right side of my hand. Okay, so projection is just great after 1 to 2 hours. Even if you do not like the opening of it, if you find it too overpowering, give it some time. Be a little bit patient. That dry down, amazing. It's just one of his another masterpiece creation, and I do agree with Mark. This is one of the best perhaps. So I will do the whole oud line once I get to finish the oud velvet mood, and if there is any other ouds, I'll do a oud like lineup, which one is my favorite. But this one definitely gonna be one of my top ones. I can tell you that much. Amazing juice. I am just all gaga over this house. I can shamelessly tell you I love this house, even though they're super pricey. I think every single buck you spend on this house is worth it. And the Extrait De Parfum, extremely potent. This one bottle, like 70 ml bottle, if you get, I think it will gonna take it is gonna take at least 5 to 10 years for you to finish it, because you just need very little. You just need one spray right on your neck if you want to really project, or if you don't want to project, you want to enjoy, spray on your chest under the clothes. Every now and then you'll get whiffs of it. If you want to enjoy and you want to make others to enjoy as well, put it here. Okay, this one, if you put it here, just now I took a shower, I'm not going to wash my hand, so it's okay. But if you, let's say, wash your hand a lot after meal and everything, then the soap will destroy the fragrance. So better leave it here or here. So in that way, I think it'll be perfect. And if you really want to be safe, you want to spray on your clothes, that's it. That will be beast mode everywhere. Right? This fragrance, initial impression, it's not for everybody. I am not going to recommend this like a blind buy or something. It's not as safe as Oud Satin Mood, but this is another 10 for me. God, the quality in this, unbelievable. Check this out. This is Maison Kurkdjian, the original oud. Right? Take care, and I will perhaps do another video later tonight. Bye bye.